Green leader standing by. May the 4th be with you. Thank you guys for being here. We are glad that you are all here today, Wildcats. We've got our special May the 4th and May the 5th coming up. It's a busy day, a busy week this week. Cinco de Mayo and May the 4th, a lot of exciting things. So you will not need any equipment today, but you will need your get it done attitude and a lot of hard work. So we are excited that you guys are here with us as we do our workout. Remember to keep showing up for class on time, on the right days, finish the whole thing. The finish line is in sight. We are winding the year down. It is hard to believe, but you guys have had, for many of you, a virtual year. Some of you mostly virtual with a little bit of hybrid here sprinkled in. But here we go. So now we're going to do our warm-up. For this one, we're asking that you guys look at these warm-ups. We're going to set a 3-minute timer, and these are different locomotor movements, and you can choose. I like the one right there under where it says loco.
I know, I was going to say.
Rolling.
Roll out of bed.
Hey, and the definition of locomotor is just moving across space, getting you from one place to the other. And there's some unique ones here.
Anything you can do to move from one place to another. So we do like Super Mario's like you see over there, or galloping, or skipping, or sliding. Right foot up, left foot slide, or bear crawls, or any. So there's a lot of locomotor options here. Choose one or two or three, kind of just choose some different ones to rotate through during the next 3 minutes as we do our warm-up. Here we go. Nice job, you guys. I like seeing some of the choices you made there for your locomotor movement, some creativity on that. For those of you that just walked across the screen, okay, we'll take that. Good job. All right, we are now going to move on to our challenge. I'm going to hand it off over to Mr. Lautenslager to take us into it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, you guys, for our challenge today, you're going to watch video clips. You're going to see 2 at a time. You're going to watch the video clips, and then whichever one of those video clips you prefer, you're going to do that corresponding exercise. So again, there are several of these videos. Again, you're going to do the corresponding exercise of the video that you prefer. So here we go. We need you up on your feet. Let's go after it. Great job, guys. That was a lot of fun. I don't know which one you guys actually preferred. I don't know if the shoe being able to tie it without using your hands or with the shoelaces, or if it was the one where they hit the baseball off the tee and then like they were skeet shooting and then hit the clay target. That was pretty cool too. So again, lots of fun. We enjoyed watching you guys work. And now we're going to turn it over to Mrs. Oliver.
Hello, hello. I am not a Star Wars fan. I'm not a hater. I'm just not a fan per se, but I have been there. I went to Disney World and I actually got to ride one of the rides. I did not fare well with it, Miss Coach Dub. I was in a spaceship like you're at, and I was supposed to be steering it, and oh my goodness. It was Mrs. Oliver didn't fare very well in that ride. It was fun, but yeah, the kids that were with me, my niece's kids, they were like, you probably shouldn't have ridden that, Aunt Diane, but that's okay. Hey, we're gonna play some Jeopardy today. We're gonna do a little Jeopardy, and it's a little lengthy, but it's kind of cool. So the good thing is the game is already going to be played for you. You're just going to be doing the corresponding exercises, but there's a way to keep track of your points in there. So you can see how many points you can earn and how many you get right. Whether you're right or wrong, you need to do the exercise, and we'll go from there. So enjoy, all you baseball fans.
This is Jeopardy! And the categories.
Inventing the game, the field, rules of the game, MLB greats, and MLB fun facts.
And the categories.
Can I have inventing the game for 100, please? Who was rumored to invent the game of baseball in the year 1839?
You got it. Yes, that was a tough one. And the categories.
Rules of the game for 100. True or false? 3 strikes, you're out. 3 balls is a walk. 3 outs in an inning.
Yes, you have now moved into the lead. And the categories.
I'll take MLB greats for 100. Which player holds the records for most career home runs? Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, or Hank Aaron?
Right you are, and boy, are you off to a great start. Yeah, enjoy the moment. And the categories.
The field for 100, please. How many players play in a softball or baseball field at a time?
You got it. And the categories.
MLB fun facts for 100. What is more rare, a no-hitter or a triple play?
Correct again. And the categories.
MLB greats for 200, please. True or false? The last player to have an average above 400 was Ted Williams.
You got it. Yes, that was a tough one. And the categories.
I'll take the field for 200. On a Major League Baseball field, how far is it in between the bases?
Correct again. And the categories.
Inventing the game for 200, please. In what year did the first ever World Series take place? 1895 or 1903?
That's it. And the categories.
Rules of the game for 200, please. Can a player on base advance to the next base if the ball is caught in the air without tagging up?
Good. Less than a minute now. And the categories.
Last clue, please. MLB fun facts for 200. How long was the longest baseball game in history? 8 hours and 6 minutes or 9 hours and 14 minutes?
That's it. Final Jeopardy coming up. Here it is. This is the clue.
Championships. Which team has won the most championships in MLB history? Good luck.
Awesome, awesome. I know some of you are not baseball fans, but I know that you, hopefully you enjoyed that. Kind of a fun way to do Jeopardy. I know that's a nightly routine at my parents' house to watch Jeopardy and enjoy that show. So good job for your fitness and your muscles. And now we're going to go to our cool down. Here we go with our cool down. She's going to lead us through. It's actually a guy's voice that's going to lead us through all these exercises, but this young lady's going to do them all, and we'll get cooled down as we do it.
This is another one of Fitness Blender's cool down and stretch routines. In this quick cool down and stretch, we're going to be going through each one of these exercises for roughly 15 seconds. You're not going to need any equipment for this routine other than a piece of open wall. Now let's go ahead and get into our first exercise, the boxer shuffle, to help keep our heart rate up while we cool down. So get those feet moving back and forth to stay up on the ball of your foot. Nice and easy jog back and forth. Just keep those lungs open, breathing normally. Now in just a second, we're going to switch off to a roundabout toe touch. And go ahead and switch those feet just a little wider than shoulder width. You're going to do a nice big circle down with that torso, down through the center, then back up the other side, then reverse that direction. Just keep going back and forth. Make sure you're getting a really good stretch on those hamstrings. And go ahead and switch to our next, the torso twist. So standing straight up and down, rotating those shoulders left to right. Again, feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Try to really get a good rotation on those shoulders without rotating those hips too much. We're almost done. And switch to those shoulder rolls. Roll those shoulders back behind you, up towards those ears and back down behind you. Then roll them back, forward, and front. When you get to the back, you want to be squeezing those shoulders back. When you get to the front, you want to be squeezing those shoulders together in front. And go ahead and switch to arm pull plus a hip flexor stretch. So one arm comes across in front of your body, grabbing that elbow, pulling across for that shoulder stretch. And then going down into a half lunge position so that rear leg is straight, stretching through the front of that hip flexor. And go ahead and switch sides. That opposite arm comes across, that opposite leg goes back. Again, keep that rear leg nice and straight, stretching through the front of that hip flexor. Keep that torso straight up and down. That arm across in front of your chest, nice and close. And let's switch that shoulder stretch. So get to that wall, hands just a little bit above head height. Press that chest down to the base of the wall, one leg forward. Just holding it there, trying to really bring those arms back behind you. You should feel a stretch through your chest and through the inside of that shoulder joint. Switch which leg is in front. Same exact position on those arms, still trying to press that chest down. If you want to get a little extra stretch out of this, you can always straighten that front leg to get a little bit of a hamstring stretch. And go ahead and switch that chest stretch. So hand against the wall, fingers facing back behind you. Rotate that chest away from that hand until you feel that chest start to pull and stretch. Now, if you're feeling it more in your bicep, then make sure you rotate your arm so the inside of your elbow is facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So that opposite hand on the wall, fingers facing back behind you. Rotate those shoulders away. Hold it for just a bit longer. And let's go ahead and switch to a toe touch stretch. So feet just about shoulder width apart. Stretch straight down between those legs. Trying to get down as low as you possibly can. Now, if you want to, you can always bring those feet closer together to get a little bit more of a stretch off those hamstrings. But having them out wide is just fine. Do a quad stretch next. Standing up, one leg back behind you. Tuck that heel to your butt as close as you can. We're going to stretch out that hamstring on the opposite leg as well by leaning forward. Still trying to pull that heel to your butt, pulling that knee back behind you to stretch out the front of that thigh and that hip. So let's go ahead and do the same thing in the opposite side. So switch around, that opposite leg comes up, heel to butt. Bring that knee back behind you as far as you can until you stretch the front of that thigh, that quadricep, that hip flexor, and leaning over to stretch the hamstring, that opposite leg. And let that one relax. We're moving on to a standing glute stretch. So one leg over top of the other. You're going to squat down. You can hold on to something for balance if you need to. Otherwise, try to hold your own balance. Just squatting down as low as you can. You should feel this in the glute of the leg that's over top. And go ahead and switch sides. So same exact exercise, just that opposite leg over top, squatting down again. Like I said, if you can, hold your own balance. It makes it a little bit more challenging, but it makes it more than just a stretch. Hold it for just a little bit longer. Keep those lungs open. And we're going to switch to an inside thigh plus a tricep stretch. So one leg bends, the other leg stays straight. You're going to drop that hip down towards that straight leg to get that inside thigh stretch. And that hand for that tricep stretch is going to be up towards that shoulder, being pulled across by that other arm. Switch sides, same exact thing, just on the opposite side. Reaching back towards the same shoulder with that hand, and then that opposite arm grabbing that elbow, pulling it across. Just a few more seconds. And let it relax. Very good. That is it. This workout is complete and your cool down is done.
Awesome job, you guys. Way to go, way to go. As always, most of you doing the right thing. It's always nice to come back down, get our muscles nice and stretched out. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Estes.
Thank you, Mrs. Oliver. Good to be with all of you today. I'm going to take you guys through your fitness card, just keep you updated on where you should be. And so today, sometime this week, you should be working on a couple more skill-related fitness components. So if you go to eispe.com, all right, you are going to click on reaction time, okay? And the fitness component that you're going to do with that, the actual activity, is the ruler drop, okay? So you're doing ruler drop, and that's reaction time. So there's a video there. It's going to show how to have somebody drop the ruler for you, and then you try to pinch it with your fingers. Whatever number you get on there, that's your number you record, okay? And then you're also going to be assessing your power, all right? So you click on that power icon there, and then you're going to be doing the vertical jump, okay? So there's a couple options on there on the website and a video there to show you how you can do the vertical jump at home. So please get those done. If you have more time, get the other ones done as well. If you didn't get to do all of your health-related components ones for the final column, then take some time to work on that. So your card should be starting to look more and more complete. I know it looks completely filled in on our end here because that's what we want you guys to have done here pretty soon. But it should be looking more and more complete. Keep running your miles as well and keeping track of your times for that. Let us know if you have any questions. Okay, I'm going to hand it off to Mrs. Ponciano, who will take us through our independent work.
Thank you, Mr. Estes. All right, we're getting to the finish line like we said at the beginning, and you guys are working really hard, and we appreciate that. Again, we want your fitness card totally complete. By May, when we get ready out of school, we want that fitness card complete. Some of you, I keep getting questions. Do I have to put my picture on it? Yes, we want your photo on there because when you keep this for yourself, we want you to remember what you look like in junior high. You think you're going to remember, and for some reason, people don't print out pictures very often anymore. We actually want you to put that picture, your photo, on the card. We also want you to keep the card for later on in life because some of you might do your height at home, have a little wall that you keep marking on, but eventually someone paints over it, it goes away. So when you have your height and your weight and all those things written in, all the different things you've done, it's a little memory. And when eventually, 20 years down the road, when you have kids, you can tell them, I was this tall. So when they're a certain height, you say, I was the same height as you, or I was taller or shorter. So it's just kind of a fun thing to have. We want you to be able to keep it as a memory. So continue filling it out. It has to be filled out completely. And again, with your photo. So you have that memory. So again, great job today. Keep working. You're resilient. You're flexible. You're amazing. And I know most of you know you're very valuable because your worth is way more than gold. So we'll see you later. Have a great day.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Good job.
Bye.
today.
Bye, bye.